9 subtle gestures that drive women wild without you realizing. Have you noticed how some men seem to magically grab attention without saying a word? It's not just the cologne, not the outfit. Something you do without even realizing it. You might be pulling in every woman in the room just by making subtle moves. Don't believe it. These 9 unexpected gestures are the real secret weapons. Get ready to see how effortless attraction can really be. And trust me, you're missing out if you haven't mastered these. Number 1, light touch on the arm. During conversations, there's a quiet power in a simple touch, just a brief, casual contact on the arm. It's not about dominating the conversation or trying to stand out. It's about creating a subtle connection that says, I'm here with you. This small gesture can make all the difference in how you're perceived. But here's where it goes wrong. Some guys think more touch equals more connection. That's when it becomes awkward. Overdoing it or forcing the touch, not a move. It's about timing, comfort, and a light touch that feels natural. Imagine this. You're talking about something that resonates with her. As you make a point, your hand lightly brushes her arm. She feels it. Connection in its purest form. Creating closeness without a hint of pressure. Use this move with confidence, but always stay aware of the moment. When it feels right, let it flow. Timing is everything. Number 2, gentle touch. In fixing stray hair naturally, there's something incredibly intimate and effortless about fixing a single stray hair, especially when it's done without thinking. It's a simple act, but one that signals care, attention, and presence. When you see her hair slightly out of place, gently fixing it for her without making a big deal out of it can be an incredibly powerful move. Mistake: overthinking it. Some guys try too hard, making the whole moment seem forced, like they're trying to be the perfect gentleman. That approach rarely works. The key is subtlety. The gesture shouldn't be a performance, should be fluid and natural. Imagine this. We're in the middle of a conversation and her hair falls out of place. You casually reach up, tuck it behind her ear without disrupting the flow of your words. Smooth, simple, and it makes her feel seen and cared for without a single word. By making it effortless, you show genuine attentiveness. It's not about impressing her. It's about making her feel comfortable and valued. So next time you see a stray strand, don't hesitate. Do it naturally and let it speak volumes. Number 3, casual brush of hands against hers. Brush of the hand. It's one of the most understated gestures you can make, yet can create a spark of connection that words often fail to achieve. It's not about grabbing her hand or lingering. Just a brief touch as your hands naturally cross paths during a conversation. That fleeting contact is often enough to leave a lasting impression. But here's the catch. Guys overdo it. They go in for the accidental hand touch too aggressively, or they don't read the moment correctly. It becomes too intentional and it's no longer subtle. It's awkward. You want it to feel like it was meant to happen, without any forced energy. Picture this. You're having a conversation and you hand her something, maybe a drink or a piece of paper. And as your hands briefly touch, you both exchange a glance. That tiny moment of contact sends a message saying, I'm here and I'm paying attention. It's natural. It's unspoken, but it creates an undeniable feeling of closeness. So the next time you're close, let your hands just happen to brush against hers. A powerful unspoken gesture that works every time when done right. Keep it subtle, keep it smooth, and let the connection do its work. Number 4. Synchronize gestures and movements, matching hers. There's a reason why. People often feel more connected when their actions align. Synchronized movements, whether it's leaning in at the same time or shifting your posture. When she does, create an invisible rhythm between the two of you. Like you're in sync, almost as if you're speaking the same unspoken language. Mistake mimicking too aggressively. Easy to get caught up in mirroring her every move, but doing it too obviously can make it feel mechanical, not natural. You want the alignment to happen effortlessly, like you're just in tune with each other. The best approach is to simply follow the flow of the conversation and let your body language naturally match hers, not force it. Let's break it down. You're chatting with her and she leans slightly to the side, perhaps to get more comfortable. Without thinking, you do the same. Subtle, relaxed. It doesn't come off as copying. Feels like an instinctive connection. In that moment, you've created a silent harmony, one that speaks volumes without a word being. The real benefit when you're in sync, it shows confidence, attentiveness, and understanding. Or not just listening with your ears. You're attuned to her physically and emotionally. Practice letting those moments happen naturally. And over time, you'll notice that your interactions feel smoother, more genuine, and much more connected. Number 5, leaning forward, showing genuine focused interest. Leaning in during a conversation does more than just bring you closer physically. Signals that you're fully engaged and invested in what she's saying. It's the subtle cue that says, I'm paying attention and I value what you're sharing. It's not about dominating the space, but about showing that you're mentally and emotionally present. Mistake overdoing it or leaning in too early. Some guys lean in too aggressively, which can feel invasive or desperate. The key here is timing. Lean in naturally when the conversation deepens or when she shares something personal. This isn't about jumping in too fast. It's about being present at the right moments. Let's say you're in a conversation about something she's passionate about. She speaks, you lean forward just enough to show that you're not just hearing her but actively listening. It's a small gesture, but it draws her in, making her feel truly seen. It's about focusing on her words, not just the conversation itself. The benefit: by leaning in, you create a space of connection and intimacy without needing to touch or say anything overtly romantic. Shows confidence, attentiveness, and genuine interest. All the traits that make you stand out in a meaningful way. To make it work, keep your posture open, relaxed, and responsive, and lean in when it feels right. Not too much, just enough to show you're with her in the moment. Number 6, head tilting during intimate conversation moments. A slight tilt of the head during a conversation might seem like a minor gesture, but it carries a lot of weight. It's subtle, yet it communicates so much. Shows curiosity, engagement, and even vulnerability. When you tilt your head slightly, it signals that you're not only listening but truly interested in what's being said. It's an almost instinctive action that invites deeper connection. The common mistake: overdoing it or tilting your head too often, which can make it seem like you're trying to force a response or too eager to please. It's important that the tilt feels organic and in response to what she's saying. You want it to come naturally in those moments where the conversation gets more personal or emotional. Think about this: you're listening to her talk about something meaningful, something she's passionate about. As she explains, you tilt your head slightly, allowing yourself to be pulled into her story. It's not a dramatic gesture, but it tells her that you're truly present in the conversation, processing her words, and absorbing the moment. The benefit: head tilt conveys empathy and attentiveness, making her feel understood. It's an emotional connection that deepens the conversation, pulling both of you into a space of trust and mutual interest. So when the moment calls for it, lean in. With a slight head tilt, the connection happen effortlessly and watch the bond grow stronger. Number 7. Maintaining confident eye contact without staring. There's power in eye contact. Genuine confident eye contact. When you hold her gaze even for a moment longer than usual, it shows that you're fully present and invested in the conversation. It's a way of saying, "I'm here with you," without speaking a word. But here's the catch. There's a fine line between confident eye contact and staring. Cross that line, and you'll make things uncomfortable. The mistake: some guys either don't make enough eye contact, which can seem disengaged or uninterested, or they go the opposite route and stare too intensely, making it feel almost confrontational. Neither is ideal. What you want is steady eye contact, firm enough to show interest but not so intense that it makes her feel like she's under a microscope. Think of it this way: or sharing a laugh, and as the moment settles, you hold her gaze just a second longer. It's not a forced stare but a natural pause that communicates connection. You both feel it in that moment, a deeper unspoken understanding. The benefit: when you maintain confident eye contact, it establishes trust and comfort. It's a subtle way to create intimacy, and when done right, it can make the conversation flow smoother. Make it work. Be mindful. Hold eye contact when appropriate, but don't be afraid to look away briefly and then return to her eyes. It's about balance, not intensity. Number 8. Subtle protective positioning near her body. The way you position yourself around her can communicate more than words ever. Subtle protective positioning is a powerful, often overlooked gesture. It's about making sure she feels safe and comfortable without making her feel crowded or overwhelmed. It's the kind of positioning that says, "I've got your back," literally and figuratively, but done in a way that feels natural, not like you're stepping into her personal space. The mistake: overstepping boundaries or positioning yourself too aggressively. Some men try to position themselves too close, either out of insecurity or an attempt to be protective. That can feel suffocating rather than reassuring. The key is balance. Position yourself just close enough to be comforting, but not so close that it makes her feel like you're taking over her space. Imagine you're walking together in a busy area, and naturally you step slightly ahead and to the side, creating a buffer between her and the crowd. It's a move that feels almost instinctual, but it makes her feel safe and cared for, as though you're watching out for her without ever saying it. The benefit: this kind of positioning fosters trust and comfort, signaling that you're aware of her space and well-being without being overbearing. Shows confidence and attentiveness. To master this, simply be aware of her body language and adjust your positioning as needed. Not about being too protective, but about being aware of her comfort and subtly offering support. Number 9. Mirroring her energy levels and speaking. When you match someone's energy, it creates an unspoken harmony. Like you're both on the same wavelength, and that level of connection can be magnetic. Mirroring her energy levels and speaking pace shows that you're in tune with her, making the conversation flow effortlessly. It's not about mimicking everything she does, about subtly matching her vibe so everything feels natural and synced. Mistake: trying too hard to adjust to her pace too quickly or too dramatically. If she's calm and speaking slowly, don't suddenly speed up your speech to keep her engaged. Similarly, if she's energetic and fast-paced, don't shrink back into a slower rhythm. The trick is to follow her lead, but do it early. If she's enthusiastic, raise your energy just enough to meet hers. She's soft-spoken, dial it down to match her tone. Picture this. You're having a lively conversation about something exciting. She speaks with a bit of enthusiasm and you naturally pick up the things. You both get into the rhythm and feels like you're both building off each other's energy. It's not forced, but it creates a dynamic, engaging interaction. The benefit: when you're in sync with her, the conversation becomes more comfortable and enjoyable. Builds rapport without you having to work too hard. To get this right, pay attention to the natural flow of the conversation. She slows down, slow down with her. She picks up the pace, match that. It's a simple way to enhance connection and make the interaction feel effortless. Bonus point: presence is the sexiest thing you can give. In a world full of distractions, the most powerful gift you can give is your undivided attention. Presence isn't about grand gestures or over-the-top actions. It's about being fully there mentally and emotionally in the moment with her. When you give someone your full focus, it's like you're telling them they matter. That kind of attention is magnetic. Mistake thinking that showing interest, me and performing or constantly saying the right things. Some guys get so caught up in trying to impress that they forget to just be there, to be fully present. You don't need to constantly fill the space with words or thoughts. It's the quiet moments of genuine attention that speak the loudest. Imagine this. You're out together, maybe at dinner, and the conversation flows naturally. There's no phone in hand, no distractions, just the two of you. Her focus is on her, on the words she's saying, her mannerisms, her tone. That moment she knows you're fully engaged, and that alone is more attractive than any elaborate compliment. The benefit: true presence makes her feel valued, heard, and understood. Creates an emotional connection that's far deeper than anything superficial. The best part: it costs nothing but your time and focus. So, the next time you're with someone, put away the distractions, be present, listen without interrupting, and watch the bond strengthen in ways you didn't expect. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you found these subtle gestures helpful, don't forget to check out the links in the description below for all the items and tips we discussed today. If you've learned something new, drop a quick comment saying, "I learned something new today," to let us know you're part of the community that sticks with us till the end. Your support means the world. You enjoyed the video, please like it, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone who could benefit from it. We've got plenty more videos lined up, so make sure you don't miss the next one. Just click on the video suggested on your screen. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.